Hello, this is Katie, and in this video I'm going to show you how to make the matching earrings for the bracelets that I have just made on one of my other videos. Really nice, beginner friendly, nice and simple, and all of the materials apart from the head pins, which you could make with the kit, everything is from the Relax and Craft May 2026 box, which at the time of me posting this video there are some spare boxes available, and the link will be below the video. So I will be using two of the 8mm beads, which are Tiger's Eye, and two of the 6mm beads, which is Impression Jasper. I'm also going to be using some head pins. These are not part of the kit, but I mean most people have head pins. Let me just measure these because these are particularly long ones. They don't have to be that long. These are 6.5cm head pins, but you can use standard head pins as well. We're going to be using some jump rings. So these particular ones are 3.75mm inner diameter. So that is, if I show you on here, the inner diameter ID 3.75. The wire dimension is a 0.9mm, which is a 20 gauge in US terms. So we're just going to be using, for this one, we're only going to be using 4 of those. And then I've got some ear wires that I made earlier, and the video for the ear wires is just a really quick video, and I will pop that just above if you want to check that out too. So really nice and quick and easy pair of earrings, and they create this lovely kind of knot in between your beads, and I think they look absolutely beautiful. So we're just going to prepare our jump rings first. So just move a few things out of the way. So one of these jump rings, let's get the right pair of pliers. We've got 2 pairs of either chain nose or bent nose pliers, and you're going to hold one side of the jump ring with the opening at the very top. This hand is your non-dominant hand, so whether you're right or left-handed, use your non-dominant hand to hold one side, and then your dominant hand, you're going to grab hold of it and open it up like a little door, and then you can just wiggle that and have that one closed. So we want that closed perfectly, and we want 2 of those like that. So cut of the jump ring at the top, give it a little wiggle, and just make sure it's perfectly closed. You can just clamp over it just slightly. So we've got 2 closed jump rings, and now we're going to open a jump ring. So we just open that up just like a little door. So let me just do that again. So we've got our second jump ring, second pair of jump rings, and we are just going to open that up like a little door. So again, holding nice and still with your non-dominant hand, and then just giving that little twist to open it up. We don't open it up that way, we twist it a little bit, and then I'm just going to pop on one of those closed jump rings, and then just close those up again, laying those together so that one sits on top of the other. Okay, we're going to do the same thing again. So it's like kind of the start of what would be a Mobius ring, but a Mobius ring needs to have kind of at least 3. And these are just little knots. So open one up, pop one on, and close one up. And we just want to lay that down exactly the same way that we laid the opposite one down. Okay, so we've got 2 little jump ring knots. Then we are going to take our head pins. We're going to pop 2 of our 8mm beads, 1 on each. So 1 on each of those. Then you are just going to pick up one of your knots with the end of the head pin. So you're going in that little eye that's in the centre and pick up the opposite one, and then you're just going to add your 6mm size bead. So let's get ones that kind of match a little bit. That one's I'm going to swap that because that one's a very bright one, and we're going to go with that one instead. If I can find the drill hole, there it is. Yeah, so a bit more matchy. Don't have to be matchy. Now for this, generally when I do a little wrap loop to finish off, I do 3 wraps. Because I had the advantage of having a nice long head pin, I decided to do 5. So I needed to take a slightly longer piece of wire. Normally if I do 3 wraps, I go in really short here, but I'm going to go down the actual pliers a little bit and go to around about here, so you can see the difference in the depth. So here would have been just a couple of millimeters, this is probably about 4 millimeters or so, and then I can just tip that away. So I've just pushed that away. Now whilst I've got that sort of in my mind, I'm just going to swap over and do the exact same thing, just so that I know that I'm getting these in the same spot. So I'm going to go there again and push that away. So then I'm going to nip over and get my round nose pliers, nice and close to where we just put that bend in. Just a small loop, so we're quite close to the tip, bringing that all the way over until it won't go anymore, so until it kind of meets the earring again. And then we're just going to reposition our pliers. So we reposition our pliers just by moving them around and changing them around in your hand. It just opens up this side so that we can get all the way across. So now we have a loop on the top, which is more like a lollipop than a P or a Q, or whichever way we want it to sit, more like a lollipop. Then we're going to hold that entire loop, and then very slowly and gently we're going to start to wrap this around, and we're filling up that space that we made when we used that part of our pliers. And I want to try and get 5 wraps in here. That's 3, that's 4, and I should just get 5 in there. So I'm coming all the way around, give that a little nip together, make sure you're happy that it's gone around enough for you. There we go. And then flush cut. So flush side of your pliers, closest to your work. Give it a nip off, nice and tight in. Sorry, that was my cup of tea then that caught my pliers. And then give that a squish in. So that's one is done. So simple, so easy. The slower you go, the neater your work will be. So again, nice and close to the tip of your pliers. You just want a small loop. We're going to bring that all the way over. So just pulling that wire all the way over. Reposition your pliers, bringing that across. So we have our lollipop. So if we're ignoring this, we'd have a lollipop nice and straight. Holding on with our chain nose or bent nose pliers, and nice and slowly bringing this around until we've wrapped all the way down to the gemstone, and we've got the same amount of wraps as we had in the previous one. So that's there. Give that a good squish. Squishing is very important in jewellery making, as we all know. Nice and flush cuts. Make sure you squish that end, tuck that end in nicely. Okay, so we've got our 2 earrings, and like I say, I'm going to use these ones that I've already made. There is a little video for this particular earring finding on my channel. Don't forget, if you have just found my channel, please do subscribe. I really do appreciate it, and every subscription really does mean a lot to me. If you have subscribed, make sure you've pressed that, clicked the bell and selected all, and you won't miss any of my videos. So this is going to go onto that loop, nice and tidy, and then you're just going to close up that little loop. These are my favourite ear wires. I use this ear wire for nearly all of my jewellery at the moment because it's just so beautiful and easy to wear, and it just looks that little bit different as well. So just again, a little bit like when we were opening the other jump rings, open it up like a little door, pop on your earring and close up, and you have got the most beautiful earrings. So simple to make, beginner friendly, and you really can't go wrong with those. If you've got some jump rings, some wire and a couple of head pins, you are good to go. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed making earrings with me today. Like I said, try to subscribe to me if you can. I would really appreciate it. And you can also buy me a coffee if you want to support my channel further. I am looking to get some new equipment, a new camera, new lighting, and that would support that little journey of mine too. But please don't feel obliged. I'm just grateful that you're here and you've watched right the way to the end. So I hope you go and take a little check out of this video. If not, take a look at the video that YouTube has suggested for you. Take care, and I will see you again really soon.